Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and another tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to make a men's beanie with front post double crochet. So as always, I don't like to dawdle, so let's get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to use this black mainstay. I'm going to use a 4.5 millimeter hook. We're going to start off with a slip knot. If you do not know how to make a slip knot, you can go to my tutorial to show you how to make a magic circle. I'm sorry, I'm calling it a slip knot. It is a magic circle. Once you've made your magic circle, go ahead and chain 2 and turn, making sure that your tail is on top. Now we're going to put 10 double crochets into this space here. Okay, make your 10 double crochets into your magic circle and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my 10 double crochets. I'm going to go into that chain that I made. Your chain does not count as a double crochet. Go ahead and chain 2. Go back into your first stitch with 2 double crochets. And just make 2 double crochets into each of your stitches. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. Go ahead into the first stitch, not your chain. Go into your first double crochet with a slip stitch. So go into your first stitch. Now we're going to change it up a bit. We're going to start adding our front post double crochets. So in your first stitch, go ahead and make 2 double crochets. And then in your next stitch, you're going to do a front post double crochet. Your next stitch, which is right next to it, it's not this stitch, it's this one here. Right next to that front post double crochet, go ahead and put 2 double crochets. We're still increasing, but we're incorporating the front post double crochet. So your next stitch, you'll do a front post double crochet. That's your pattern all the way around. In the beginning, you start with 2 double crochets. In your next stitch, a front post. Next stitch, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Next stitch, front post double crochet. So I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. And I will meet you at the end. Okay, so we're at the end of the row. And your last stitch will be a front post double crochet. Okay, so even though we have that front post double crochet, you should have 30 double crochets going around. Okay, so I'm at the end of row 3 and I have 30 double crochets going around, well 29. I'm going to make my last front post double crochet at the end of the row and go ahead and slip stitch into that first stitch and chain 2. Now again, going to row 4, 2 double crochets into the first stitch, 1 front post double crochet into the next stitch, another front post double crochet into the next stitch, and 2 double crochets into the next stitch. That's your pattern for row 4. So you start off with 2 in one stitch, 2 front post double crochets, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and just repeat across. So I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row and I have my last 2 front post double crochets here. Now go ahead and slip stitch and chain 2. Okay, so now we're just going to do that again. Now we're still increasing. So go back into that stitch with 2 double crochets. And in the next stitch, in the next 3, make a front post double crochet. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And now 2 in the next stitch. Okay, so you're going to repeat that all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is row 5 we're in now. So repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, so we're at the end of row 5. We're going into row 6 now. So go ahead and slip stitch into your first stitch and chain 2. Put 2 double crochets into that same stitch that you slipped stitched into. Make a double crochet into the next stitch. Oops. A double crochet into the next stitch. Another one. And then this next one is going to be a front post double crochet. In your next stitch, it'll be 2 double crochets. And we're just going to repeat what we did here. So you did 2 double crochets in the first stitch, and then 3 across, and then a front post double crochet. So again, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets across, that's 1, 2, and 3, and then the next one is a front post double crochet. In your next stitch, 2 double crochets. So just repeat that pattern going all the way around, and I'll meet you when I get back to the beginning. This is what you should have so far. Okay, so when you get to the end of the row, you have 1 more stitch left. You're going to put 2 double crochets in there. Now this is 60 double crochets going around. That includes the front post double crochet. So now we're going to continue. Now we're going to start working on the bottom portion of the hat. We're just going to make our way, keep going around. So no more double crochets. No more increasing. So now just go right into that first stitch with your double crochet. Now go ahead and add your stitch marker because we're not going to slip stitch. So add your stitch marker and keep going. When you get to your front post double crochet, go ahead and make your front post double crochet. Make your double crochets in the beginning. No more increasing, remember. So we're only putting 1 double crochet into each of these stitches. When you reach your front post double crochet, go ahead and put a front post double crochet in there. And this is going to be your pattern all the way down. You're just making your double crochets going across. When you get to that next front post double crochet, make a front post double crochet and just keep working the hat all the way down. I'm going to come down about 4 rows and then we'll continue from there. We're going to change it up and continue from there. So this is what you should have so far. This is 6 rows. Okay, so we're at the end of the row. And now once you've done all of your rows, go ahead and remove your stitch marker. And you're just going to make 1 row of single crochets going around. Remember, when you make your first single crochet, put your stitch marker back in there so you can know the beginning. You know, with black it's kind of hard to see. So I'm hoping that you guys can see these stitches here. So just make some single crochets going all the way around. Now we're going to continue on with our hat. Now you're just going to keep making your stitches across. When you get to your front post double crochet, make your front post double crochet. Actually, in your single crochet, you're going to do that there when you get there. Make a front post double crochet in that single crochet. So when you get to that single crochet there, which is right here, just do a front post double crochet right into that single crochet there, just like you would if it was a double crochet. And then just keep making your way around and do that again when you get to the next one. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I'm not going to come down too far because I want to go ahead and show you how to make that brim. So this is what your hat should look like so far. all of our front post double crochets going around. So now I'm at the end of my row. This time I am going to slip stitch. I'm going to take my stitch marker out, and in that first stitch I'm going to slip stitch, chain 2, and turn your work. Now you're going to make your rows of double crochets going around. Go all the way around, and I'm going to meet you right at the beginning. You're just making double crochets going around. If you want to make a back post double crochet to match these here, you can, but I'm just going to make some double crochets going around, and I will go ahead and meet you at the beginning. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row. Go ahead and slip stitch into that first stitch, chain 2, and turn your work. Now you just keep repeating that when you get to the end of the row. Slip stitch into the first stitch, chain 2, and turn your work. And this is your brim, so you're going to make this as long as you want to so that you can fold it up. I'm going to continue making my rows. You make as many as you need to, and when I come back I will have the hat all done and tagged up. So go ahead and keep making your rows until your brim is long enough. When you're all done, it should automatically just fold right over. See how that's folding over? And you can also do some double crochets in the back loop if you want to make it fold, but this works just as good. So keep making your rows, going back and forth. Make as many as you need, and I'll be back with the final hat. Okay, so here's our hat. It is all done. I went ahead and added my little tag here and all those pretty front post double crochets. I think it's a great hat for a man. It's not too feminine. Nice manly hat. So I want to thank you for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for another tutorial. Have a great day. Bye-bye.